channel. First of all, Vivek Bhattacharya this side, and I would like to thank all of you guys for keeping up with me, showing the love and the support. So as many of you requested, this video is about the statement of purpose or the letter of motivation for the visa. So in visa you need to submit a lot of documents and validations, and one of the most important document for the visa purpose is your letter of motivation or the statement of purpose. So many of you guys asked me how it should be structured, in what way it will be different from the statement of purpose of your university. So in this video we will be talking in details, and I'll be sharing the templates which I have here about how to structure, how to start, how to get into the narrative of how you chose Germany, and how you can structure your own customized letter of motivation. Okay, so before we get started, there are a few small things that I want you guys to remember. Okay, like SOP writing is an art. It does not happen overnight. Like you are writing today and tomorrow you are submitting. It does not happen like that. You have to write an SOP draft, then and read it again the next day, and read it again after 2 days. In this process, what will happen, that the first draft that you will be reading after 2 days, you will find that there are some loopholes or some gaps which are it is not sounding that great, and you need to change those narratives and makes necessary modifications to your SOP so that it sounds good and it's pleasing to the eye. So that is number one. And number two is, no one can write a statement of purpose better than yourself, because you are the one who is writing an essay about yourself. You're selling yourself, how good you are at particular skills, how good you are in a particular subject, and why that university or the visa committee should give you a visa. So this is a very intimate document which you have to write, personalized based on your skills and proficiency and your structure and background. So I think write the SOP yourself, get it reviewed through some of your friends who have got into universities, or someone you know who is well acquainted with this process. So this video will be a little bit longer, so kindly hold on to it, and I'm sure that you will be benefiting a lot. So the student on the other end of the camera who are thinking, or who are getting motivated to come to Germany or any other universities in the world, so statement of purpose is a very basic document that you have to produce in any universities abroad. So if you follow this pattern, I'm sure that you will be able to crack one of the universities, top-notch universities abroad. Okay, so the next thing that I want to say is, keep all the necessary data points with you. What is your ranking, which subjects is your favorite subjects, how well you performed in those subjects at a particular period of time in your 4 years bachelor's or 3 years of your BSc studies. So whatever you did, have those data points in handy and you talk about those things. So what will happen is, it will make your work very easy to how you communicate to the other person. So the SOP is nothing but, SOP is a document by which the university can see you. So you have to make it much more appealable and much more soothing to the eye and easily readable, so that the people who are reading these documents, they can feel that, okay, this guy is telling me his side of the story, and let's see whatever he is saying is true or not. And also whatever you express in the letter of motivation, make sure you have proof of that. Suppose what I mean is, if you are saying that I stood second or third in my department, so you should have a certificate of ranking from your HOD or some assistant professors or the dean of your college, who can ascertain that yes, this guy stood second at the end of the 4 years or the 3 years degree. So these are kind of stuff that you need to produce. Also there is something called the internship certificates or the industrial training certificates. These are the few small things that you need to have the certificates for, to show that yes, you actually did those things. Okay, so this is the letter of motivation structure. First of all, here is no addressing required. Okay, many people give addressing here, so no addressing to be mentioned anywhere in this portion. So remember, when you are providing a cover letter, which is mentioned in one of my videos of the visa video, VFS visa and the VFS related stuff, I'll give the link in the description below. In that video I have mentioned how you should structure a cover letter. So if you are providing a cover letter, you are already addressing to the ambassador or to the consulate, right? So if you are going to individually address every document, it becomes the validity becomes much more less, the authenticity becomes much more less. So you only need to address once at the beginning in the cover letter, then all the documents are attested with it. So there is no so there is no requirement for as such of an addressing in this. So you need to give a heading of letter of motivation here, put the date in this fashion, and you're good to go. For this particular letter of motivation, it is 1240 words that I wrote, and 11 paragraphs were there. Try to make all the paragraphs even. What I mean is, you can write 200 words in one paragraph and write 250 words in the other paragraph, but don't make it 200 in one, 500 in second, 600 in the third. It looks very odd and it's not very appealing for the reader. Okay, so it should be small, crisp, and to the point, with some good vocabularies, not some GRE vocabularies, but some good level of vocabularies. Okay, so first, how do you start your letter of motivation? Talk about your inspiration. Just a moment. Talk about your inspiration and motivation which led you to choose the science and engineering field during your bachelor's. Okay, this is the part where you are introducing yourself, where you came from, why you chose science, and why you chose engineering. Okay, so what drove you to choose engineering? Talk about the several factors that may have affected your decision. It may be some love for mechanical engineering, it may be some love for electrical engineering. Someone in your family worked very good in a particular field, and fascinated by their work, you chose to study in this particular field. Finally, then shift to the narrative of how you chose a Bachelor of Technology or BSc degree. Okay, so whatever I am producing here, do not copy an exact line to line, because it may harm your application. Just rephrase whatever you are seeing it and project it in your own fashion. Okay, in the second paragraph, you can write about how your 4 years of engineering have been productive to you. Okay, you can talk about your favorite subjects, you can talk about your professors, what particular skills you have learned, and what you loved about these subjects, and what have you learned from those, and how in the later years these particular subjects help you in achieving some particular task. Like if you have done a final year project, then this particular subject have helped you in this. Like thermodynamics has helped me in understanding the simulation of an engine, or maybe some bending moment diagram has helped you to solve some complex SFDBD problems. So like that, you have to develop your story here. And in the next paragraph, what I did is I had talked about my internship. Now, internship is a very important thing because it gives you a very good credibility, but make sure you have a certificate for that as well. Otherwise, it will not stand, because the university will be asking for some evidence of what you worked or where you worked and for how long. So you have to talk about in which institute you did, under which professor or which manager you did. Also, you can talk about the type of the work that you were involved in. It can be a designing job, it can be a laborious job like a hands-on experience on dismantling an engine or reassembly of an engine. Also, whatever it is, you can describe. You can say that you have learned particular team working skills from that portion, or that you have upskilled yourself in so and so softwares or different types of coding languages. So whatever it is suiting to your background, you can talk about that in this particular paragraph. The next one is, if you have suppose done some extra studies during or after bachelor's. Suppose you have done a particular course on advanced computational fluid dynamics, so you can talk about that. You can say that this and these subjects were very much appealing to me, and I studied those, and after studying I still thought that there is still considerable progress that I could have done in the field, and so I want to pursue my higher education. So you have to link one thing to the other, that which goes to the way where you are finally approaching to the point that yes, I have decided I'm going to Germany. So everything has to be linked to the purpose that you are going to Germany and you want to do your master's study there. Okay, now comes the most important part, where you are changing the narrative. Up till this portion is how you have done your bachelor's, or what knowledge you have gained. Now you have to talk about that, how these knowledge that you have gained have helped you in choosing a particular career path for your future, and why you are choosing it. Okay, so describe the problems you have faced and felt that there are still room for improvement. So to find the best solution to these crises, you would like to do your Master of Science to that particular subject. In order to do so, you researched the DART's website. In doing so, you came across various particular courses in Germany and got admission in this particular university in this particular course. So now that you have got this opportunity to study in this prestigious university, you would like to study this particular course and bring out contribution in the future days to ameliorate this crisis. So this is how you have to like plan your things, like how you are using your own powers to to avert the crisis that actually the future will be facing, or how you will cultivate more energy efficient or more economical ways of engineering in the upcoming future days. So you have to talk about that a little. Now that you have talked about your motivation, now you have to talk about the university and its courses. Talk about how good the university is. What is the world ranking? These are a few basic stuffs that you can and everyone will be doing. What they won't be doing is they won't be researching the courses. You do research the courses. See what are the modules. See what are the particular subjects which are being taught under particular modules. What are the subjects being taught in the first semester, in the second, in the third, and what type of master thesis is the ex-students doing in that particular university, and say that yes, I want to study this and this particular subject in this semester, this and this particular subject in that semester, and these will help me in achieving my goal by studying this particular management course or that particular computational fluid dynamics course or that particular mechanics course. So in this way, what will happen is the university and the VFS committee both will understand that you have researched enough about the course and where you are going and what your particular final aims will be. So that is the main thing. So talk about the lab and the names of various professors who will help you in achieving your dreams. Follow some of the professors' work genuinely. Okay, don't just go to their website and pick up a few names and put it in your letter of motivation. It is very bad. So genuinely you have to research those things and mention that in these and you have to mention it in these paragraphs. And finally say that this course will help you in upscaling you in so and so aspects. Okay. Now the one thing I say is, when you are changing pages, okay, don't carry on the same paragraph. Try to end the paragraph on the previous page and then shift another paragraph on the next page. Okay, in this way what will happen is the reader don't have to go back and forth. Okay, you have to make it easier for them to read your statement of purpose. In the next paragraph that I wrote, actually I had a management subject in my course, so I talked about some management fields and management courses which will help me in achieving my managerial goals, which I further tend to do in my future job or research oriented works. So that is one thing. And after that comes is why you chose Germany. Since you are going for a visa application, and the one thing they would like to ask you is why you chose Germany. You could have chosen England, you could have chosen London, you could have chosen Belgium, USA. There are a lot of countries, a lot of universities, world ranking, Ivy Leagues. Why you chose this particular university? Okay, so in this way you have to write. See, many people will write about Germany is a very good country, it has good education, this and that. You have to state what is your personal thinking about this particular company has made this particular product, and this particular product really influenced me. This got me thinking that yes, this kind of innovation is not happening anywhere on the world, but it is happening in Germany. There is cutting edge innovation in terms of the vehicle or the automobile development sectors. So you have to talk your way through. Since I am much more inclined towards automotive, I talked about some automotive stuffs here. You can talk about whatever the field is related to you, but you have to genuinely know what Germany is producing or how well it is world leading, so that you can mention that as an example in this paragraph. So talk about Germany, talk about the people that you want to learn the languages, get into the intercultural society, you want to contribute to the society and be a good citizen there. So these are the very few things that you can do. So also you can write about what is Germany providing, which all companies are the most attractive for you to choose Germany. Talk about how your education and the linguistic background aligns with the country's educational framework. Like somebody is going for a German taught course, I am going for an English taught course. So the country is providing us with an option to have both. So my education and my linguistic, which is English, is allowing me to go and continue my master's study there. So these is not everything that you will find in all the countries. If you are going to Mexico, they will be saying you have to learn in Mexican. Suppose there is no English language taught course. I'm not saying that in Mexico there isn't one, but I'm saying that there might be one. I'm just giving you a fictitious scenario. So talk your way through this in such a manner. Also say that link your motivation and say you have researched DART's website extensively and came across universities, and this one in particular, the one in which you are going, has so and so capabilities and so innovative ways which will help you in achieving your future dreams. Hence you want to apply for this particular university. You can also say that this particular university has so and so affiliation with so and so big multinational companies which will help me in exploring some further possibilities in future. Okay, do not mention that you want to stay in Germany after your education is complete. That is one thing you don't want to mention. Okay, so you don't know what is going to happen at the end of 2 years or 3 years, so why give them an idea that you are going to be settled there, right? So that is one more thing. Also in the last paragraph, it is very much important. Here is the final verdict that you are giving. Okay, say talk about what you are going to do after you complete the masters in detail, and this is the part where you can explain the best. You have a vision for yourself, right? Since you have already got this admit, so you have to figure out a way that how and what are you going to do after your masters is complete. Mention explicitly, see, I have written the word mention explicitly that you want to come back to India. Okay, please mention this in your visa application. Okay, express your views on how you will be contributing to the growth and technology in India. In what capacity you would like to work in the future domain in 4 or 5 years. You have to sell yourself in this particular paragraph. See, I have written here, sell yourself. Why? Because here you have to tell what your potential is and what you hold to do for in future, what you are going to bring to the table once you achieve this degree. Because universities have given you an opportunity free of cost to go and study in a German university, so you should think about the scientific brotherhood that you will be contributing to. So talk in that particular fashion. Okay, in the last paragraph, yes, it is more or less same for a lot of students, so you can go ahead but just rephrase it. I hope you will take the following information into consideration and issue me a German student visa for me to complete my postgraduate studies and achieve my academic and professional dreams. I thank you for your time and consideration. That's it. Thanking you. Your name, place, date, DD, MM and YYYY. So that is more or less the statement of purpose or the letter of motivation, as we say. So it's not much of a big deal, but people mainly think a lot of things and try to put it together here and there, and they do not get the whole structure. So what I did in this particular video is I gave you step by step where to put what. You already have those particular data points. Just put it in this particular fashion, rephrase it, calibrate it, read it again, make the necessary changes. Because trust me, the first time you write your letter of motivation, it sounds such a cliche, because you will feel that, oh my god, what I have written, I should change this part, I should change that part. So you will face a lot of such parts where you will be needed to make modification. So start early, take 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time to just write a statement of purpose. Okay, once you generalize it, then you are done. Just then make changes to the university section here, this portion. For all the universities, you need to make a university specific statement of purpose. So in those cases, what you can do is just shift the prompt of here, change the name of the university, and every university wants to see their name in that particular letter of motivation. Majority of the application fails because you do not mention the name of the university where you want to go in the particular letter of motivation, because they think that it is a generalized one that you are using for uni assist or for a bunch of different colleges, and that's why they do not give you that importance. So you have to understand, Germans are very, very, very smart, and you also have to work in that same fashion. You also have to be smart. So this is pretty much it, and I know you guys will keep on supporting me the same way that you guys have been doing for the last few weeks. So please pass on this video to the friends who are going for visas. Also share with them the video where I have mentioned about the detailed process of filling the VFX Videx form and the whole visa procedure. I'll give the link in the description below. Kindly subscribe to my channel. I see a lot of you guys don't subscribe. I hope you like the video, and if you just give the subscription, I'll be very happy, and it will help in motivating me, what I'm saying. So it's a baby channel still, so I'm putting up a request for you guys. Please comment below if you want any such dedicated videos in the future. If you want, I can also share my CV template with you guys in similar fashion, where I'll be annotating the PDFs and I'll be giving you the basic structure of how you should write your CV. So without any further things, I won't take much of your time. So bye bye. See you in the next video.